Your brain is not here to make you happy. It's here to keep you alive, even if that means keeping you stuck. Every day you wake up hoping things will change. You tell yourself, this time I'll be different. But by sunset it's the same old habits. The same reactions. The same tired story. It's not your fault. It's your brain, running its favorite programs over and over again. Dr. Joe Dispenza says that up to 95% of what you do is unconscious, driven by hardwired circuits built from your past. Psychologist Jordan Peterson explains it simply. The brain craves what's familiar, even if it's making you miserable. Why? Because familiar means safe. And safe means survival. But your mind wants more. Your mind dreams, grows, builds. And every time your mind tries to rise, your brain pulls it back down, like a jealous anchor. This is the silent war happening inside your skull. You're not one voice. You're a battlefield. The mind seeks evolution. The brain demands repetition. And here's the twist. Most people never win this war. Not because they're weak, but because they don't even realize it's happening. In this video you'll uncover 3 principles that decide who escapes this mental loop, and who stays trapped forever. The last one, it's rarely talked about, but it's the true key that separates the 5% who break free from the 95% who don't. So pause, breathe, and ask yourself, if you're not in control of your thoughts, who is? Let's find out. Your brain is not your ally. It's your captor. It doesn't whisper encouragement. It whispers doubt. It doesn't guide you toward growth. It pulls you back to comfort. But here's the shocker. Comfort is not peace. It's quiet control. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains it like this. Your brain becomes chemically addicted to the emotions you experience most often. Stress, fear, shame, even sadness. Those feelings, as painful as they are, become familiar. And familiar feels safe to your brain. Even when it's destroying you. Peterson takes it deeper. He says your brain would rather live in predictable misery than step into the unknown. Because the unknown feels dangerous, even when it holds your future. Think about that. Your brain doesn't care if you succeed. It only cares that you stay the same. Why? Because change is risky, and your brain was wired to avoid risk at all costs. That's why willpower often fails. You're not fighting laziness. You're fighting a chemical loop. Your brain is a drug addict protecting its next fix, and the drug is your old emotional state. Research by Dr. Nora Fokow at the National Institute on Drug Abuse shows that the same brain pathways that drive addiction are active when we repeat emotional patterns. That means your stress habits, your fear reactions, your emotional spirals. They're not just choices. They're addictions. Ever feel like you're stuck in a loop even when you desperately want to change? You're not broken. You're programmed. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, once said, "The moment I let go of fear, everything changed." His story is living proof that escaping mental comfort zones isn't about talent. It's about breaking the loop. So let's stop pretending this is about discipline. This is about defense, your brain defending its habits. Ask yourself honestly, when was the last time you truly thought a brand new thought? Not recycled. Not reactive. Not programmed. A real new thought. Most of us are like smartphones that never power off. We just run the same old apps day after day hoping for different results. But apps don't change themselves. And this is just the beginning. Because the real price of letting your brain stay in charge is not just a life half-lived. It's a future never born. There are 2 kinds of pain in life. The pain of discipline, and the pain of regret. One weighs ounces. The other, tons. Let that sink in. When your brain runs the show, everything feels fine, safe, predictable. And then, suddenly it's 10 years later. You're still in the same job. Still reacting the same way. Still making the same excuses. That's the hidden cost of a brain in control. Nothing changes, and you don't notice until it's too late. A Harvard study tracked over 1,500 people for 30 years. The ones who never stepped outside their patterns, they ended up with lower income, worse health, and more regret. Not because they were less smart, but because they never interrupted the loop. Jordan Peterson teaches, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. But how do you even know who you were yesterday, if your brain just keeps hitting repeat? Dispenza puts it clearly. Repeating the same circuits leads to the same results. It's not failure. It's predictable insanity. Elon Musk nearly lost everything with Tesla and SpaceX. Multiple times. What saved him? Not motivation. but refusing to accept the loop. He said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." That mindset rewires everything. But most people don't rewire, because they never slow down long enough to realize they're not choosing their life. Their brain is. And that brain is running a program written decades ago, usually by pain, fear, or childhood conditioning. Dr. Gabor Mate explains that we often run from emotions we were never taught to feel, let alone process. So what do? We distract ourselves. We stay busy. We binge, scroll, avoid anything to not feel. Until one day, it's too late. Here's a metaphor for you. Most 70-year-olds don't have 70 years of experience. They have 1 year of experience, repeated 70 times. That's the price of letting your brain run on autopilot. So ask yourself, if nothing changes, if you keep following the same programs, where will you be in 20 years? Still dreaming? Or finally awake? Because there is a way out. But it's not what you've been told. And the key is closer than you think. While enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps more people find content like this. Your brain is not your destiny. It's just your starting point. It's time to stop obeying it like it's the king, and start training it like it's the dragon. Because yes, your brain is powerful, but it's also programmable. The reason willpower fails is simple. Willpower is like a match, strong for a second and gone in the wind. But your brain's patterns, they're like carved stone. That's why true transformation starts below the surface, where those patterns live. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that you don't change your life by trying harder. You change it by unlearning your past self and installing a new version of you. Here's how it works. 1. Unlearning emotional conditioning. Before you build something new, you need to tear down the old. Dispenza uses deep meditation to help people disconnect from old emotional memories, like clearing malware from your mind. 2. Embodied visualization. Next, you don't just imagine your future, you feel it. Studies at Stanford show that when you visualize an experience with emotion, your brain responds as if it's real. That's how new neural connections are born. 3. Psychobiological coherence, the hidden key. This is where everything changes. When your brain, heart, and nervous system enter a state of alignment, your body becomes a magnet for change. You shift from survival mode to creation mode. The HeartMath Institute discovered that the heart's electromagnetic field is 5,000 times stronger than the brain's. When the heart leads, the brain follows. It's not magic. It's biology. And it's what top performers like David Goggins tap into. Goggins says, discipline is not about pushing harder. It's about clearing out the noise. That noise? That's the loop. Let's break it. Here's a 4-step protocol to begin. 1. Pattern interrupt. Catch yourself in the act. Say, this is a program. 2. Emotional elevation. Breathe. Smile. Shift your state. 3. Neural reconstruction. Speak your future out loud. Feel it in your bones. 4. Strategic repetition. Repeat daily. Same time. Same focus. Make it real. Because in the end, your brain is the hardware. Your mind is the coder. And whoever's in control writes the story. You've seen the battlefield. You've met the enemy. And now you've been handed the sword. Let's remember what we've uncovered. First, your brain is wired to survive, not to evolve. It clings to old emotions, old habits, and old pain. It keeps you safe, but small. Second, the cost of letting that program run your life isn't just wasted time. It's a future that never gets built. A you that never fully shows up. Third, the breakthrough comes from coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and nervous system align like an orchestra finally playing the same song. But here's the truth. No one's coming to reprogram you. No one can press reset from the outside. You are the only one with access to the keyboard. So take 1 minute. Right now. Close your eyes. Breathe into your heart. And ask, who do I want to be before my brain decides for me? Feel the answer. That's where the rewire begins. Because true freedom is not doing whatever you want. It's becoming someone new on purpose. If this message lit something up inside you, subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave a comment about the one pattern you're ready to break. Not for us. For you. Because the world needs more minds. Stronger than their own programming. And it starts today. Hey, incredible growth seekers. Wow, what a journey. If this video resonated, subscribe now for more life-changing content. Join our community of self-improvers. Smash that like button to fuel more content on mindfulness, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. Share this video to create a ripple of positive change. Comment below about your growth journey. Your insights shape our content. Next week, boosting self-confidence and overcoming limiting beliefs. Don't miss it. Every interaction brings us closer to a world of empowered individuals. Let's make personal development global. Stay inspired, keep growing. Your best self awaits. Let's unlock it together.